Texas. The issue is.
I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas.
I'm Rudy Koski in Austin.
And I'm Greg Krugen in Houston, and this is Texas, the issue is.
Well, the runoff dust has settled, and House Speaker Dade Phelan keeps his seat. He rides to a victory, slim victory, but a victory nonetheless over his rival, David Covey. It will go down as one of the most, if not the most, expensive House races in state history. I talked one-on-one with the new GOP chair for the Texas GOP, Abraham George, about the fight ahead in 2025.
House District 21 is not for sale.
Yeah.
The Texas politician with the biggest target on his back, House Speaker Dade Phelan, was victorious in Tuesday's runoff over David Covey.
We accomplished something great here. This fight is not over to save our state.
Angered by the impeachment against him, Attorney General Ken Paxton, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and former President Donald Trump made taking down Phelan their top priority.
Folks outside this district can't vote. I mean, they can endorse, but they can't vote.
I spoke to the new Texas GOP chairman, Abraham George, about the upcoming session.
We're expecting a great conservative session, regardless of if Dade Phelan's going to be the speaker or not. I don't think he will, but he announced he is. So,
do you think he will have the votes to be able to be the next speaker for the next session?
I don't know. Here's the thing. The party have two major things. One is we need to have a speaker chosen from the Republican caucus, not with the Democrats. And the other is we cannot have any Democrat chairs. So we're going to fight for that. Anyone who is willing to commit to that, party will back them and say, stay out of this race because they're doing what the party is asking them to do. But if Dade Phelan or anyone else goes out and find other Democrats and bring them over and say, hey, I got the support now. We're going to go do this. We're just going to say no. That's not going to work for us.
Let's be clear. Lieutenant Governor doesn't like Dade Phelan. Attorney General Ken Paxton doesn't like Dade Phelan. You supported his opponent, David Covey.
Yes.
With all of these leaders in the same party not supporting who could continue to be speaker, how is anything going to get passed? How do you expect there to be gridlock?
Enough of them signed the contract with Texas. I think it's like 21 or 22 or something. Along with them, with the Freedom Caucus, I think there's plenty of people on our side. I don't think Dade Phelan gets to kill everything we want, especially Dan Patrick on the other chamber. He's going to push for it. It's going to be an interesting one for sure, like you said. Yeah.
Governor Abbott secured the needed number of House votes that he needs to pass through what he calls education savings accounts. Some people say school vouchers. Why is this a priority? Why do you think using public dollars for private education is something that Texans want?
You're bringing competition to the market, which brings quality up. So that's the idea. It's not going against public education, especially in some areas. I live in Collin County. We have some of the best ISDs out there. So it's not, I don't think they're going to lose a lot of kids. I think, like Wiley ISD or something, they're probably going to gain some children coming over from some other ISDs like Dallas or something like that. So I believe it's just opening up. It's not going from everything going from public to private. It could be going from one public ISD to another public ISD as well. So it's just empowering parents at this point because it come to that point, mainly because of ISDs were not doing what they're supposed to.
I know when I talked to Governor Abbott about a month ago, he said he believes the best deal was on the table and they may not get that in 2025. And correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, you're a supporter of public schools. Where do public schools come in when it comes to extra funding or more funding?
Well, there are areas in public schools that needs more funding directed at like teachers and like school supplies, things like that. But a lot of that is going away from education to bureaucrats and the other areas where it's very bloated. So if ISDs and the school board members can look at all their budget and say, all right, we're going to spend 70% of our funding to educate kids, not to have all these bureaucratic programs out there, they will get a lot better. It's just a simple math. It's a simple business decision they need to make.
All right, for that interview, guys, my word is evolution. Rudy Koski, what's your one word?
Clothespin.
All right, Greg, what about you?
Stephen, my word is Kool-Aid, drinking it and serving it.
All right, the Fox Texas Trio. We'll be back to discuss after this break.